Hey everybody, have you heard about the Drunken Peasants Patreon? It helps support the show while getting you some cool perks. Check it out! For $1 per month, you get to use our exclusive fan chat that appears at the bottom of the screen on every episode. For $5 per month, you get 2 new private shows, including Actual Mania, as well as our back catalog of private shows, plus all lower tier perks. For $10 per month, you get all of our monthly video content. This includes multiple post shows, our monthly reviews, our back catalog of all that content, plus all lower tier perks. For $15 per month, your name will appear in the ending credits of each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $25 per month, you get to take part in our monthly booking committee hangout to help us book our Patreon content for that month, plus all lower tier perks. For $33 per month, you get an exclusive piece of DP merch each month, plus all lower tier perks. For $50 per month, you appear in the opening credits for each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $100 per month, you get to join us as a guest on an episode of the Drunken Peasants podcast. Plus, you guessed it, all lower tier perks. Visit patreon.com/DP now to become a patron of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hey.
Fuck it. Do it live.
I'm here. I'm doing it live. I got some coffee. It's a great day. Everyone, please like the stream. And essentially, I'm going to look at my camera, bud, and tell you to go F yourself, bud. Bud. Everyone, please like the stream. We have some interesting videos that I downloaded earlier. I appreciate everyone who showed up. I do this early for the people who don't otherwise get to see the show live. Now you have a chance to see it live. Thank you for being here. We have a Streamlabs link there in the chat. I don't want to mention it too many times, but I have to mention it now and then to see if we can move that goal a little bit. We were trying to get to 10% the other night. We were a little shy of it. I know we'll probably get to 10% during this stream, and if you want to help us out and get a little further, feel free to do so. Thank you so much. Let's check out what's going on with Brett.
Individual situation.
Check out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
Let's see what Brett's up to. Oh shit. I gotta pass this extremely long intro. There we go. It doesn't convey any information. It's all just intro.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane, and you're...
So Brett is... So he took a photo of a office chair, a leather office chair, and poorly cropped it out. He also stretched it out so much that you can see the pixelated edges of it. And then he took a GIF of himself talking and then put a fake microphone image in front of him. Shit, you know what? I'm covering him. I just realized that. I don't normally do this view. There we go. Now we can see him. Look at this. Yeah, Brett was behind me. He was assaulting me situation. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so he makes himself look very small by the way he edits this. He looks like a little kid sitting in that chair.
Can we start a tip train? Raw time.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, feel free to start a tip train if you choose to do so. Raw time.
Here you go, tubes.
Oh, thank you. Raw time. See, that quickly, we're already over 10%. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to get to maybe like 25 today. We'll see how it
watching
goes.
and listening to the Brett Keane Show. When you get an opportunity, check out the links in my description. You can check out my exclusive videos on Rumble. I am on many different video sites, and I'm also on international radio. People can listen to me on Spotify and Amazon. And I've also got interest and plans of...
Oh, you got interests?
...doing some more live shows.
Oh, yeah? Let's hear about it.
But most likely not where I'm being the main host.
Not where he's been the main host. Not where he's been, you know? Being the main host. Sometimes people have called me Bean before. B-E-A-N. They say it like Bean. I've heard people call me that.
I really like doing shows with TTOR. It's just up to him whenever he wants to schedule them.
TTOR is the new Brett henchman du jour, you know? Like it used to be J-Dubs, and it was there was Palm Jam for a little while. It was G-Man for a little bit. True Empiricism. He's had very for as lame-brained as Brett is, he always finds someone who's willing to kind of either ride his coattails or kind of put up with him and stroke his ego enough to be part of his content, I guess. I don't understand the appeal of that, but it definitely happens. It's been happening as long as I've been in contact with Brett Keane over the years.
Send me a link and we'll do it like
I ask myself. Come on, Gord.
that. We'll stream it through his site as well as my YouTube channel. And it's been going pretty good. Let me know what you guys think about that. As many of you know, on my community page, if you go to the front of my YouTube channel, you can click on the community tab, and I allow people to vote for different topics that I've thought of.
Shell 1, 2, 3 rings the bell. All will recall the day Egghead fell. Keep the tip train going.
Tip train! Thank you so much. Yeah, Egged. Oh, man. The other night, he came into my stream on my other channel, and I asked him, do you have any of that Fireball left? And then he just disappeared. He never responded. He is terrified of drinking Fireball. I don't know.
Brett Keane is absolutely retarded. Things that I see that people question or they wonder about. And I also throw up some very unusual stuff as well that other people are not talking about, just to see.
Brett is probably taking benzos, or I don't know. He finally admitted to smoking weed. He used to always make fun of us for smoking weed and say we were a bunch of like drug addicts and stuff like that. But now that it's legal in his state, I heard him admit to it in one of his fairly recent videos. He talked about how he was smoking, and he pretended to not know what a doobie was.
20 for this particular situation.
Thank you so much. There we go. 15%. I knew, you know, that goes to show you what waking up a little earlier does, you know? Because it's only 10 a.m. where I am. I woke up at 6 a.m. today. I do my daily exercise in the morning, and then I had to deal with some YouTube nonsense that I'll tell you about later.
What it is my audience would like to hear about, the kind of videos or content that you want to listen to. And one of the big things that people voted for on my prior surveys was, why does God allow evil? Why does God allow suffering in the world?
So he's either going to say it's a test, which makes God into like a masochist, or he's going to say the humans under the influence of the devil is what creates evil. But then it's like, well, didn't God create the devil and humans?
So I'm going to respond to that today,
or it's going to be some nonsensical.
I would also encourage all of you to check out my community page. That way you can kind of help direct where my YouTube channel goes. I'll throw up several topics, and then you vote on the ones that you think would be interesting or that you want.
This is not, for those of you who just tuned in and didn't hear what I said about Brett, this is not Brett on camera right here. This is an animated GIF that's a bad loop. It'll stutter when it restarts. It's a microphone that he found online somewhere and cropped the background out of it, and an office chair image that is way too small because when it's stretched out, it has straight edges on it. There's no more Games You Love, okay?
No, and always feel free.
Games You Love's been gone, but he does them. Make sure you check out this. He just doesn't say Games You Love. I think there is a Games You Love channel out there, though.
Put your own topics up there as well. You're able to leave a comment, say, Brad, I'd like to know about this, I'd like to know about that. And if enough people respond to you, or I find that it's interesting, I will get around to making a video to you about it.
As well.
And as usual, if any of...
See, it just reset. There's a weird stutter that happens.
You want to make videos to me, you're more than welcome to post them to me directly.
The funny thing is sometimes he'll stop talking, and the GIF of him will keep talking.
Either in my comments or on my community page. Hell, and if I'm responding to your video...
It's Brett's best attempt at being a VTuber. This is Brett's version of being a VTuber.
I'll let people know where your channel is and where the original questions came from, and then I'll attempt to answer it. As far as God allowing suffering and evil in the world, where does this question usually come from? It usually comes from sometimes Christians or people of faith who have had some problems, who've had some issues in their life. And perfectly healthy to look at other people's ding-dongs. And they ask that question of, you know, if there's a loving God, then why does it seem like the world can be unfair sometimes? And that's a perfectly natural question to ask.
Okay.
Whether you believe in God or not.
So give us your answer.
A lot of atheists ask the same question. If there is a God, then why...
A lot of Christians ask this. A lot of atheists ask this. It's like, okay, tell us your answer as to why God allows evil.
Is there so much pain and suffering? It's actually a perfectly natural question. But unfortunately, even whenever it's coming from some Christians as well as some atheists, sometimes it's not done in the most honest way either. See, one thing I've learned in my life is if you really truly want to deal with a problem, if you really feel like there's something wrong or you feel like there's a problem, then you need to find out the root source of it. You need to find out where is the suffering coming from, where is the evil coming from, why is it even happening in the first place? There's no doubt, there's no question that the world that we live in is unfair. There's no question that good people suffer and hurt all the time. People who do not deserve to hurt and suffer have this happen to them all the time. So it's understandable why people would chirp up and say, what's the deal?
What's the deal?
A lot of atheists, whenever they're...
Come on! He just keeps going and going and going. Come on, tell us your answer for this question.
Speaking about God, they talk about God as though he's just some old man that lives in the clouds.
Atheists talk about that?
Who just watches his little ants below, basically under a melting pot. Some atheists even suggest that God enjoys watching the suffering and the pain that happens.
No. Atheists suggest that God doesn't exist and that humans create evil things
in the world. One of the big memes that a lot of non-believers, as well as even a couple of religious folks out there have caught, they'll say, what about the children in Africa? What about these kids that are starving to death?
Oh, yeah, that's a funny one. Bring G-Man on for that. Show me a child. Show me evidence it has happened.
Why are the kids in Africa starving for? Is it because a bunch of black people are running around in the country killing white farmers and
What? Is he saying that God is making black people in Africa starve because black people are killing white farmers? Did he just say that? He is on Rumble now, so he is able to say this kind of weird racist shit and get away with it. He left YouTube and went to Rumble.
Killing each other and enslaving each other even in modern times? Is it because there's constant tribalism and constant wars and political nonsense happening all the time? So if we really look at the problem is coming from the same humans who are complaining about God being evil.
No, they're asking because many Christians believe God controls everything and that our entire life is already predetermined by God. So, and then even so, people say to pray to God for things that you want.
I was going to have a productive afternoon at work, but Ben said that's just your opinion.
That's just your opinion, bud. It's been whipped on you, detractor.
In order to be able to stop the suffering and pain in the world, the problem that is making all the issues has to be dealt with, right? I mean, in order to stop evil, you have to stop the evil generator in which it's coming from.
The evil generator. I picture like this gas-powered generator with like one of those like pull strings on it to start it, and it looks all evil. The evil generator. It's got like a mean face on it with like big teeth and stuff. The evil generator.
And I would suggest this. If God today, in the very next 5 minutes, were to make the decision that he was going to interact with the entire human race.
Didn't he interact with a lot of the human race in the early parts of the Bible?
And get rid of anybody that generates evil or wrong or hurt towards someone else. I can tell you right now, with absolutely no doubt in my heart or my mind, that a lot of Christians would be destroyed and a lot of atheists would be destroyed, if not most of them. I have never met a great and wonderful giving atheist before in my life.
Okay.
Most humans, whether they're...
Are you giving, Brett? What do you give? You had Jesus Freak lie for you about giving away your $1,000 that we paid you back in the day. You said you gave it to Jesus Freak for like his GoFundMe, but that wasn't true. You did not give it to him. That was later revealed.
Religious or non-believer are very selfish people. So if God did interact, God's not just going to deal with the result of evil. He would deal with the evil
only
itself.
Thing that is predetermined is that God is going to catch these hands if he fucks with Lord Magicus and his crew.
Yeah, go away, Gord. You better run, Gord.
And where it's coming.
Better get the fuck up out, Gord.
From. And we, ladies and gentlemen, are the root of the problem. We are the very root of the issue.
We're the root of the issue.
So think about that. According to God, everything that we do...
So he's saying humans are to blame, which I agree, but I don't think God is there at all. I don't think God is a factor at all, and he does. So he believes in God and believes God is all-powerful and controls everything that happens and judges you for what you do. So he has the inconsistent view here.
Whether we think it's big or small, anything that we do that causes harm or causes someone offense or causes someone sadness or causes someone to lose hope or children to stumble in their faith, it's because of us. It's because of the parents. It's because of the teachers. It's because of our leaders. It's because of our government.
Yep. And this is because there isn't a God that created everything and controls the destinies of every living being. That's why.
Firing on all cinder blocks situation.
Firing on all cinder blocks. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. Now we're at 18.63%. That's amazing. Thank you.
If you really, really honestly want to know why there's...
Yeah, why is Brett Keane... I just saw this question in the chat, and it's a fabulous question. Why is Brett Keane still doing this? He's arguing 2006 YouTube topics still. He's doing the same arguments. He's made the same videos over and over and over and over again.
Evil and suffering in the world, then you have to look at the very issue. Now, some people might say, yeah, that's...
He was on a live panel discussion on somebody's channel that he didn't like. So when he was on it, he tried to get their channel taken down by playing TJ's banana video live during this stream to try and get this other person's channel taken down. And he was recently on a live stream and someone showed up and asked him about that and he got butthurt and left. Think about that. He forced anyone watching that stream to watch revenge porn. Okay? He went on a live stream and played revenge porn against the consent of the owner of the channel and the person in the video to try and take down a channel. And he did admit, and he's admitted to it. The video he says, yeah, I played that video to Amazing Atheist. I thought you knew what to do if that happened. I was just testing you.
True, Brett. 80% of the pain and suffering that happens in the world is because of people. But what about the issues that have nothing to do with people, like what's happening in nature? Well, if you ask any liberal out there, especially a lot of these liberals who call themselves the Greenpeace, they'll tell you that
the Greenpeace? So they're liberals that say, I'm the Greenpeace. Okay? Those liberals that call themselves the Greenpeace
caused a lot of damage to our environment as well. So when you get these big tornadoes or you get these big storms and all this destruction where entire cities and towns are being wiped out and entire neighborhoods are being destroyed by nature.
The green peas.
According to a lot of people, including scientists, we're the reason behind that as well. We're not all of it, but we're contributing to our own destruction. Now, people are going to say, okay, this is all true, Brett. You're right. We're the reason why this is the deal. But what about the good people? Can't God do something about that? Well, that's a fascinating point that I've heard some people put out. But what about some of the good people? Well, I personally believe that God has done good in my life.
Okay. So God does the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. But everything that creates evil stuff are things that God created. So in essence, God created evil. They don't ask you this because they believe in God. They ask you this because they know you can't explain it. And you're not explaining it right now.
Thousands of Christians on the internet who have made countless videos who said that God has interacted in their life. And
how do you eat peas? I have seen people eat peas off of a butter knife before. That's the only reason I put that in there.
Because of God, their life is better.
So I wanted to see, do you use a spoon, a fork? Have you ever seen anyone use a butter knife? And are you a picky eater is the last one.
Keep this train going, you dirty ass losers.
Thank you.
#Beneghead.
Beneghead? What's Beneghead?
But they had to make the choice of actually saying to God, I'm willing to sacrifice things. I'm willing to sacrifice my greed and my selfishness. I'm willing to not love the things of this world and the material things. And now people are coming to the realization that they don't need to be rich. They don't need to be wealthy. They don't need to have the best, video game console in the world in order to live strong, happy, peaceful, content lives. Some people realize that money isn't going to buy you love. And those people
I think there's a Beatles song.
You can actually be financially poor and live the most beautiful life that you've ever had. You could be living in a cabin with a beautiful woman and hunting off the land and not even bothering to be distracted by the problems of this world. But a lot of people, they feel pain because they're not able to achieve or accomplish something some celebrity or popular person ever did. The point is that a lot of the pain that we suffer is pain that we put on ourselves that is unnecessary. A lot of us, we think about money, 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 and what is it that I can do to make my own people do good? Well, God doesn't care a damn bit about money. He doesn't care about if you've got the most expensive television or high definition or the best video camera to record your face on so you can blab. He cares about the human soul. He doesn't just care about you in this life, but what your future will be once you go into eternity. Let me tell you guys a little story. It's kind of a joke, really, but it actually has a lot of serious meaning to it. There's a scientist and an atheist, not the same person, just a scientist and an atheist. They die.
Okay.
As everybody inevitably does. Remember, It's just a story, ladies and gentlemen, so don't get all freaked out. The atheist and the scientist die on the same day. Thousands of people die a day, ladies and gentlemen. So
he goes on these stories. He tells these stories that I think it's just filler.
Would be if he got an actual education. Imagine having a bachelor's and being this retarded.
I think there are people like that, though. I think Chris Chan has an associate's degree. That's one level below a bachelor's degree. It's like a 2-year degree. Some people, there are people that, you know, they went to college, they went through the motions, they got good enough grades. Maybe they copied off of their friends, because I knew a lot of people who copied off of each other in college. I knew groups of people that would get together and copy off of each other. Yeah. I don't know. It does happen, but no, Brett probably didn't even graduate high school.
the hypothetical.
Now, there are still smart people that didn't graduate high school. Usually a lot of them just get their GED and start working or whatever, but Brett just seems incapable of that sort of motivation.
In the story could be considered truth.
Yeah, Brett has an office chair because he sees that we have office chairs here at Drunken Peasants, and he so desperately wants to be us.
So they're standing before God. The atheist, of course, is shocked. So is the scientist. Well, the scientist says to God, he goes, wow, you really...
Yeah, churches, there's actually things in Scripture about tithing.
Really do exist. You are real. This is amazing. But here's the thing, God. As I stand here at Judgment Day, I say to you this. As a scientist, we, as a science community, we don't really require God. You're not required in order for us to exist. We've been able to do just fine without you. We've been able to invent things. We've been able to create things. We're able to absorb knowledge. We can make anything that we need or want in order to be able to survive and find convenience in this life.
I just saw your mom say pay your tithes to DP. If they were tithes, that would mean we're a religious organization, and then that means I don't have to pay taxes. So I wish they were tithes, but they're not. I operate as a business, not a religion.
You just simply have no place in this universe anymore, God, is what the scientist says. And God shakes his head, gives a smile, and then looks at the scientist and says, so you're saying that you don't require me in order to exist? And the scientist says, that is correct. And God says, can you create anything? And the scientist looks at him with a snobby look on his face, giving a snobby expression, and says, yeah, I can create. I can create anything. You know, if given enough time, I can create an entire universe myself if I wanted to. Now he's getting a little bit too narcissistic, but go along with me on this.
No, this video is only halfway over, and nothing you've said really makes sense.
God says, okay, here's what I want you to do. You say that an intelligent designer is not required, and God opens his hand, and inside of his hand is a rosebud. God says, I want you to create this. And the scientist says, what? God says, I want you to create this little bitty rosebud. I want you to create one. And this,
I want to create a rosebud. I'm going to butt bang the shit out of you and insult the piss out of you.
Scientist says, well, I need my lab. I need to get up some material, and I need to get the chemicals and all that. I'm sure I can do something. I just need enough time. And God says, whoa, 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 Mr. Scientist, hold on for a second. You don't get to use anything. You see, all the materials and the chemicals in the universe, every property that you know of, all space and time and matter, I made it. You have to now make this out of nothing, just like you claimed that I did.
I find it astounding this guy has made over hundreds of videos for over a decade, and he still has not increased his knowledge.
Not making sense.
Huh?
That sounds like blasphemy.
He never makes sense. I need to finish that other comment. It was kind of a long one. Where is it? And increases knowledge. Talking points or experiences through that time. He doesn't want to. He's going to just keep doing the same thing. It works in a way. He still gets some attention because people remember him as the DP lolcow. And for some reason, people want to talk to him and be chummy with him, even though they know he's a backstabber. That's how it works.
The scientist says, whoa, but I need to be able to have the rules set. I need to have the material. I need to work under natural laws. God says, I made the natural laws. I made everything. So now, unless you can make the rose out of thin air, unless you can create the very elements yourself, then you're not doing anything. You're simply using what I made already.
There are synthetic elements, I believe. There are elements that didn't exist in nature that are made synthetically. Someone can correct me on that if you understand chemistry more than I do.
Basically brushes the scientist off. That was the end of the scientist. Now comes the atheist. The atheist says, let's say the atheist is Christopher Hitchens. We're going to use some of his biggest arguments that he ever did against God, claiming that God is not great. Christopher Hitchens looks at God and says, why did you allow all those Africans to starve to death? Why did you allow all that suffering? Why did you allow pain throughout humanity? So as you...
Yeah, isn't it the elements that are below the rest of the periodic table? Those are the artificial ones, and that's why they're separate from all the other ones. I could be wrong, but I think I remember learning that, but I was not good at chemistry. I just think that's one of the things I learned 20 years ago or whatever. So, yeah, let me know.
You can see, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Hitchens has given his usual arguments were all based upon emotion and how he perceives the existence of humanity. And God looks at Christopher Hitchens and says, what did you do for humanity? If I am considered evil by the very statement that you've made, then let's turn that around on you. What have you done, Hitchens? How many charities were you a part of? How many times did you visit?
He's talking to Christopher Hitchens right now? Someone who's been dead for over 10 years? Like, when did Christopher Hitchens die? $2011.
Visit other countries and actually help people. Oh, that's right. You didn't. You did drugs and you drank alcohol until you were dead. You
do drugs and you drink alcohol too. You just lie about it.
were unhealthy. You didn't even love.
You're unhealthy. You're fat. You have no teeth. You look 60 when you're in your mid 40s. It's sad.
Yourself enough to take care of yourself, and that's the reason why you're dead now and standing before me. You didn't do anything but stand behind a podium and bang your hand like a Baptist preacher, telling the world that I am not here and that I don't exist. But you didn't make any effort to make the world a better place. Anybody can complain. Brett Keane is absolutely retarded. Brett Keane is fucking stupid. Anybody can get popular. Anybody can feed their ego and narcissism. But what did you do, Mr. Hitchens? What did you do, Mr. Stephen Hawking? What did you do, Mr. Richard Dawkins? What did you do? You complained about other people's beliefs and views.
Dawkins.
You claimed about what people cared about had no substance to it.
So not only is he stuck in the argumentation of 2006, he's talking about all the people who were around then. What was it, the Horsemen of Atheism or something like that? It was like Hitchens, Harris, Dawkins, and then there was someone else that I can't remember right now.
You literally brought hopelessness, but you didn't bring anything good to the table. You had the ability. Richard Dawkins, you were smart. Hitchens, you were articulate. You could have tried to encourage people to do better or do right, and you could have used all the money that you made doing what you do to actually help benefit the world. But you didn't, along with all your rich friends. That's what we notice about a lot of atheists out there, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? And this isn't the video to dump our non-believers, but non-believers are always complaining about what's happening in the world and all this. But they contribute to the evil. That's the point. They contribute to the suffering. And then they have the audacity to say to God, but
Daniel Dennett? Is it Dennett or Dene? I don't know. That was the other of the four horsemen of atheism. I just had to look it up. He was the one I didn't know who he was. The other ones I was familiar with.
what are you going to do, God? Let me tell you what God did, ladies and gentlemen, in case some of you out there have forgotten. First of all, God created the entire universe. He gave us a world where it
So he created evil. If he created everything in the universe, and evil is part of that, regardless of if it comes directly from him or from the humans he created or the devil he created, ultimately it comes from him, right?
Had all the resources.
Like he had the choice whether or not it would exist.
Required. He gave you the ability to make a family. He gave you the ability to have children.
He gave us the ability to be
And
evil.
if you can't have
so he created evil.
Children, you always had the ability to adopt. He created life itself, and he created the very ability to even exist in the first place, to live the life that you want to. No matter if it's evil or good, you have the choice. God loved you so much that he gave you the free will to be able to do what you want.
Thanks, God.
And if all you chose to do throughout your entire life was complain instead of be the generator of good in life.
Oh, there's all kinds of evil in the Bible. In the Old Testament, like the things that the Israelites did that God commanded them to do, pretty evil stuff. A lot of it. So.
And love.
And then didn't he send a bear to kill some children that laughed at a bald man? That's another weird one that I always heard about.
Then you're a part of the problem, aren't you? You're just another broken spoke in the machine complaining about its place. And that's the issue, ladies and gentlemen. So God's last response to the dead atheist is, I created you with arms and legs and hands. I created you and I infested your very soul with the power and the ability and the heart
It is weird that a lot of them consider God an intelligent designer, and he designed the whole world and then decided he had to hit the reset button on it, like Magic has just pointed out. It's like, what? Why would you need to do that? Why do you need to, like, hit the reset button? Oh, you picked a couple people. It's just such a easily disprovable story to think that you could fit all the animals on a boat and that even the entire world could flood. That's not possible.
Be able to do something good, yet you chose to do nothing. And the atheist has the audacity to say to God, but what?
There was a lot more water coverage. Like, there was a lot less land. But it wasn't like full, especially like 5, 6, 7,000 years ago. There'd be evidence that everything was underwater at one point.
What did you do besides creating the entire universe and existence itself, and even the potential to feel joy and peace and love? God says, well, I came down to humanity many times. I died on the cross for you all.
Gord.
I loved you so much that I died for you. I came down to the world in the Old Testament.
But why did he have to do that? If he created everything and made all the rules, why did he have to become human to get killed? Why not just forgive? Like, I don't have to kill anyone or be killed to forgive somebody. It just doesn't make any sense. Why do I have a better way of, like, an easier way of forgiving? It's just because God loves blood sacrifices so much. He wanted to be blood sacrificed too. But there's also the inconsistency of the Trinity that, like, oh, that wasn't God, that was God's son, who is God, but he's not the same God. Like, I was talking about that on DP recently, and I understand it sounds like nonsense because it is, but most of the Christian churches believe in the Trinity, and they believe God is like three distinct individuals. But it's still one God, which doesn't make any sense. But that's what they say. It's nonsensical in its very nature. I never understood that.
And I got rid of entire groups of people so other groups of people would be able to flourish that were trying to do good. Every time I got rid of evil people or tried to do something about evil, you would then get on your YouTube video and complain about how evil and horrible I am. I got rid of all the evil leaders and evil governments and bad kingdoms in the past, and every time I did it, I wasn't praised or respected for trying to make the world a better place for humanity.
What? So God's butthurt that he wasn't praised enough. So now he just doesn't do anything.
You see, God already existed in that type of scenario.
No, he didn't.
There was already, when you read the Bible, you already read about a God who interacted with humanity.
Yeah, only a small portion of humanity. It was, I mean, back then it was a large portion in comparison to today because there's so many more people in the world. But there were still people in other parts of the world where the Bible doesn't take place that had never heard of this shit. You know, like,
and that
this happened, you know, Mediterranean area, East Mediterranean.
If you read the Bible, anything that you've ever asked or wondered nowadays, why isn't God doing this or why is God doing that?
Am I causing people to get drunk before 5? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, tubes. It's almost 11 a.m. where I am.
Or why does God allow this? If you read the entire Bible cover to cover, whether you're religious or non-believer, you're going to find out that God tried every scenario possible.
And that's what the Crusades
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, most people are probably going to ask, well, then why wasn't God able to accomplish it? Why have people gotten worse? Why has things gotten more terrible, even though God did interact and do all these things? Well, that's a question for humans, isn't it?
What?
Why? God knows everything. He knows that humans are going to get worse and worse and worse. In the end, it's going to be bad. The only reason why God hasn't come yet is because there's still some of us out there that want to change and want to do better and do good. But there's going to be a day where it becomes like the day of Noah, where people decide they don't care anymore, where the entire population says, I give up. I don't care about the environment. I don't care about my fellow man. I don't care about my neighbor. It's about me, me, me. And the day comes when humans have become absolutely irrelevant.
Because his schemes always get exposed immediately.
They do.
Like, imagine if he was the villain in every Scooby-Doo episode.
I would have gotten away from it too.
Because they would know it was Brett immediately.
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you stinking drunken peasants.
And useless. When humans have become fully hopeless and decided to hold everybody else accountable instead of themselves for the greed and selfishness of this world.
Why has things gotten more terrible? Yeah, they just kind of go over my head now because I'm so used to them.
Until humans decide to look inward as opposed to outward and do something about it, this is the way this world will remain.
Ah, it's because we pissed God off and now God doesn't want to help us. That's what he's saying.
When will it end?
God's love is conditional, and he holds us responsible for what humans did thousands of years ago. I see.
When we all finally conclude.
What a great explanation.
There's no point anymore, no reason for even trying. And that's the point of it. And why does an all-knowing God do this?
Because he's an asshole?
Because perhaps in this way of doing things, it allows you the free will to come to him.
Ah, that's what I was saying at the beginning. It's a test.
Stay in my top tipper Dust Siren 320.
Thank you. Oh, damn. So there's some top tipper battle going on. Let me see who the highest tippers of the I wonder so far this month who the top tipper is. I don't know if it shows today yet. Let's see. Yeah. James Caddick is the number one tipper so far this month. It says $122 spread out over 13 donations. And then it's Siren 320. I think it's pronounced Siren 320. They're in second place with $100 spread out over 5 donations. And then we've got Seth Looks in third, $57.34 spread out over 9 donations. That's the top 3 right now.
With loving open arms. You got to choose if you want to marry into that commitment. And maybe God has tried this scenario millions and millions of times, interacting here and there, stopping this. According to millions of Christians around the world, the reason why they are Christian is because they've either seen God.
They've seen God, okay? Everyone's got a phone in their pocket now. Why don't we have a picture of God yet?
The worst part about individuals like Brock is that they disincentivize talks on these lines. I have a very close friend that's Southern Baptist. I love having these talks with him because he is a good person, where Brett is not.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's Christians that can handle a normal discussion. But yeah, if you're actually seeing God, a camera that you could take God's picture with should be able to see him too. If your camera can't take a picture of him, but you're seeing him, then you need to go to a psychologist because you're seeing things that are not actually appearing. And we know for a fact that people have hallucinations, and we don't know for a fact that God is real. So
they've heard God, and they've actually seen what God has actually done for them in their life. That's why Christianity is the most popular religion in the world, because Christians are known to be very outspoken about whenever God does something for them, or lets God see something that they may have not seen before. So when you hear that atheist say, "Where is God? Why isn't God doing something?" Perhaps God is only working with people that he thinks will actually use the blessings that they get for good. Perhaps God is only giving to those that he knows won't use it for a weapon against others or hurt people. A blessing can become a curse if it's in the wrong hands, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine what would happen if Adolf Hitler had prayed for immortality and God gave it to him.
You've been working so hard for the money this week, and it's only Tuesday.
Thank you. But here's the thing. I appreciate all you guys coming through and doing this, because now it's only Tuesday. Or is it? Or it's Wednesday, rather. It's only Wednesday. Or is it? Oh, yeah, it is Wednesday. Yeah, it's only Wednesday, but sorry, I'm losing track of days. But we're already at 30% of the goal. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Is it Tuesday? No, Tuesday was yesterday. Thank you.
Nice for Adolf Hitler. It wouldn't be nice for all the people he plans on killing and hurting. Why would God give a bunch of money to a person who's only going to buy them a new Xbox and say the hell with the rest of the world? You see, if you're going to give good things to people, make sure you give it to people who are going to use it for the good and for the better. At the end of the day, the all-knowing God is going to know what is optimal for humanity, the best route to take, the best direction to take. God knows before it all started that some people weren't going to climb out of the pool. Some people weren't going to do something to make life better. No matter what scenario it is, not everybody can be saved unless God forces his hand. And let's face it, we've seen what happened whenever God went against free will in the Bible. That's right. In the Bible, there were many times where God did things that that humans did not like, especially the kingdoms that were doing evil things. They did not appreciate it whenever God sent flames and fireballs from the sky and blew their ass up in order to make another group of people out there happy. So is that what you want? I want you all to really think about that in modern times. When you say you want God to do something about evil, does that also include you? Who does that include? Your mother, your father? Who do you want God to deal with? Who's the problem? And can that problem be resolved by you? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to finish the video with this. Just like God responded to the atheist. I gave you legs, I gave you arms, I gave you the mind and the consciousness and the soul. I gave you the power. You are the very thing that I created to make the world better. Why didn't you?
Oh, damn. Sorry, I had an amazing... I had a great idea for a story. I need to come up... I was just taking notes for an amazing story. Guard individual situation. Let's check out, what else do we got? Yeah, I guess we can check out what's going on in Cobra's world.
Somewhere in the world today, men have got to stand up strong, face the truth
amazing. Stand up. It's amazing. Stand up.
All right. Let's see how Cobra's doing.
What's up, you fucking bastards? King Cobra back at it with another live video.
For the tip train tubes.
Oh my God! What?
I wasn't mad at.
Hold on. What? What is this individual situation? Hold on. Hold on. Now we have a new top tipper. The battle continues. That is something new. I'm shocked. We could have gotten 2 minutes of Jared, or actually 4 whole minutes of Jared if it had been in. Yeah, I really appreciate it. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Talking shit on her. I got super chats turned on. I guess they got turned off in my options somehow, but I figured it out. So there we go. You don't have to donate a super chat, but if you do, it's appreciated. Chilling like a rock star villain.
Chilling like a rock star villain.
I talked to Jessica earlier. She's not mad at me. I'm not mad at her.
Good.
You know,
I don't get why he was like, him complaining about her in the streams is just going to cause more drama, but she's okay with that. She's all in on this. She's a troll, right? I mean, she's an absolute troll. I do not expect her. I don't know if they'll ever meet.
Thanks for streaming. Listening
Thank
while
you.
at work. Tip Ben, you fucking brokies.
Wow, blokies. Damn, dude.
oh, we figured shit out. It's all good. And she is coming to see me whether you believe me or not.
Let's see.
I'm not going to say when because it's none of your damn business. And there's our
Monster
first super
Energy and beer.
chats.
That's disgusting. I almost puked when he poured it in.
Yeah. I don't understand how he can drink that.
Chat in Japanese. Thank you for your $1.99 Yellow King. I appreciate it.
Yellow King.
I have no idea what the fuck is up. I guess Super Chat got turned off somehow. I don't know. They update their website and I got it turned on though. So there you go.
So he had his super chat off and he didn't know it?
An interview, yeah.
See, he doesn't even notice because he has trouble focusing on that kind of stuff. So he wasn't like, hey, I haven't gotten any donations in days.
Tide is fine with me, you bastard.
What? What just happened? Hold on, we're at 73% on a Tuesday/Wednesday morning. How did that happen? Thank you so much. I was trying to I had ChatGPT write this hilarious story, and I'm trying to share it, but I can't. So I'm just going to email it to myself and read it. I'm just going to copy paste it and then email it to myself because it won't. Usually there's a shareable link and you can just pull it up, but it's not working for some reason. What the fuck? Anyway, I'll do it in a minute. I'm really pissed off because usually the link thing just works. What the fuck? All right. Anyway.
Thank you for your $1.99.
I appreciate you guys. This is amazing.
Gender relations can suck my dick. How about that?
Suck my dick. How about that?
I literally talked to Jessica off camera and we're all Gucci, so it is what it is.
I came up with a new idea for Actual Mania where we do a chat GPT match where each of the competitors gets to write like a couple sentences that we add into a chat GPT story where we go write a story about a match between Big Diesel and Drake Dragsaw and make it 3 rounds and write it like that. And then we just let chat GPT decide who wins. I don't know. Who knows if that would be funny or not, but I just thought of it.
Amy, when you least expect it. And that's going to make everyone who hates me that much madder. Yeah, long live Aussie motherfuckers. I'll drink to that.
I don't like I cannot mix alcohol with soda usually. I guess there's a few exceptions, but not normally, and especially not beer.
Can't complain. I had a pretzel baconator for dinner earlier.
Hell yeah, pretzel baconator.
Gonna food hack it, but they didn't have all the ingredients.
I never stop hearing about the pretzel baconator.
If it is Black History Month, then hell yeah, power to the people. Fuck racism.
If it is Black History Month, I like how he doubts it because anything he hears in his chat, he automatically is skeptical about it.
Good evening, folks.
All right, so I did this. I had ChatGPT. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Where is it? Can I open the fucking link now? All right. There we go. This is so stupid. Never mind. I'm not going to do this. I was going to read this shit.
It's peach beer with a splash of Green Monster. But I did talk to Jessica. She's not mad at me. I'm not mad at her. And she knows I wasn't talking shit. Like, shout out to Sam from GPA. Thank you for your donation. Which beer? Newish fan. I enjoy Voodoo Ranger.
So what I did was I had Chat GPT write I think 5 acts. Oh no, I guess just 3. 3-act story about myself and Billy the Fridge in a exploding ring death match against Brett Keane and his partner God. The atmosphere in the arena crackled with anticipation as Brett Keane and his celestial tag team partner God entered the explosive ring. Across from them stood the formidable duo of Ben and Billy the Fridge, representing the Drunken Peasants. The tension in the air was palpable, and the audience eagerly awaited the explosive chaos promised by the unique match stipulation. Brett and God wasted no time asserting their dominance, employing a combination of divine power and strategic wrestling maneuvers. Brett, a seasoned veteran, showcased his technical prowess, while God unleashed otherworldly strength. Ben and Billy, however, proved resilient, countering with a mix of high-flying acrobatics and gritty brawler tactics. I think I did the brawler tactics and Billy did the high-flying acrobatics. Act 2, the unpredictable escalation. As the match progressed, the intensity escalated. The explosive nature of the ring added an element of danger, keeping both the wrestlers and the audience on edge. Each near fall and high impact move seemed to bring the ring closer to its detonation point. God unleashed thunderous strikes, shaking the very foundations of the arena, while Billy the Fridge showcased surprising agility for a man of his size. God, it's hilarious how this just like wrote this whole thing in a couple seconds. The crowd erupted in cheers and gasps as the match reached its zenith. Moments of divine intervention clashed with the chaos of the explosive environment, creating a spectacle that blurred the lines between wrestling and divine warfare. As the countdown to the impending explosion neared, the fate of the match hung in the balance. In a climactic sequence, Ben and Billy managed to gain the upper hand, delivering a tandem finisher that left Brett and God reeling. As the countdown tick-tocked down to 0, the explosive ring lived up to its name, engulfing the squared circle in a fiery explosion. The shockwave reverberated throughout the arena, and the audience gasped in disbelief. It really likes gasp. It likes to use that. Amidst the smoke and debris, Ben and Billy emerged battered but victorious, standing tall over the remnants of the exploded ring. The Drunken Peasants had defied the odds and triumphed in the face of divine opposition. The crowd, though initially stunned, erupted in applause, acknowledging the sheer spectacle and unpredictability of the explosive tag team match. In the aftermath, the victorious Drunken Peasants celebrated their hard-fought win, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of pro wrestling history.
Thank you, Trash King, for your $2. Peach beer. I already paid tribute to Toby Keith on my last live stream.
What, did Toby Keith
on
die?
My last video, and I don't want
know.
to get copyrighted. I don't care when my dry spell ends.
Oh, yeah. Stomach cancer. Holy shit. Terrible. Hey, you know, I won't complain if we just happen to meet the goal during this stream. I don't know. We have a tie for first.
Shout out to Elsa and her fiance. Thank you for your $5. Marla, thank you for your $5. Super chat.
Come on, dude. Let's go. Come on, Cobes. Oh, did someone come to his door?
Wait, let me educate you stupid sacks of shit. 1 second.
Yeah, I just looked up a picture of what Toby Keith looked like recently. He was not looking good at all. He looked very thin and sick.
See this? Door is closed.
Oh, my God. Oh, okay, I see. He's getting trolled.
Open, close. Open, close. Here's what it looks like. Open, you stupid fucking retards.
He is getting... I've seen people troll Egghead like this, too. They go, happy birthday, Egghead. And he's like, it's not my birthday. Happy birthday, Egghead. I hear it's your birthday. I hear you're 47. I'm not 47.
Makes me mad when obvious shit just goes over his head.
Yeah, but it's the tisms, right? It is the tisms.
Cobra makes me mad when obvious shit just goes over his head.
Did you send that in twice? I appreciate it if you did.
Here's what it looks like closed. Oh, look, now it's closed and locked. Suck my dick. God, you people are fucking stupid, dude.
Ha! They're trolling you! I'm not gay, I'm straight. I think
Open,
the dog...
Close. Open. Close.
Oh, there we go. It's it's no longer there. A slight lead.
Been watching since the first few episodes. First time ever catching you live. Keep going strong.
Thank you. I do enjoy being live a little earlier, so that those of you who have never got to see live, here you are. You're live right now, and yeah, it's been a good morning so far. The goal was at 9% when I started this stream.
Thank you still for joining Chill Cobras. Appreciate it. I agree, punk rock. My trolls are dumb and incredibly jealous.
I would love to have a beer and chill with Cobra. But I probably would say something that would piss him off. I feel like he's pretty sensitive, but I don't know. He seems very sensitive.
Thank you, Putrid, for your $2. But me and Jessica talked things out, and she knows I'm not mad at her. She is going to come see me when you least expect it.
Huh. There's no way that they won't tell everybody if she does go out there. If she takes the time to go all the way out there, they are going to blast that shit out. It's going to be a moneymaker, man. Like, if there's a woman over at Cobb's place and it seems like they're probably doing it, that's going to get more live view. I'm not saying they're going to stream them doing it. What? Well, I mean, there we go. I mean, I fucking like. What do we do now? It's it's a battle. It's a battle. But yeah, if she streams with him at his place, he'll get more live viewers than he's ever gotten. especially if they get really shit-faced. It'll happen. I wonder if he'll do the thing that he does to his friends where he makes them sit behind him and he faces like his back to them. His setup here is really made for just one person to stream. I guess if he moved the chair back or he turned the chair. I think I have seen him turn the chair before. That chair is shit. He should buy a new one, but he'd just fuck it up. I had friends that kind of reminded me of Cobra. They like lived in their mom's like when I was in my early 20s. They were around my age and they lived in their mom's basement, and it was like a really dirty basement and they just trashed it. And I remember they got brand new couches. They bought them at like a thrift, so they weren't brand new, but they looked new.
It always boggles my mind that I'm only a couple years older than Cobes, and I get mistaken to be in my early 20s.
But yeah, they got these nice looking, clean couches, and within a few months they were destroyed. Completely destroyed. They had like cigarette burns in them and all kinds of shit. And that just kind of reminds me of Cobra.
Thanks, Scrub, for your $2. I'll make more mead when I can. My birthday's not till the 26th. People will say or do anything for a reaction just to troll me. It's fucking
I have to say, we might as well just meet the goal, right?
sad. I am single for now, yes. I don't want to put labels on me and Jessica until we've gotten to know each other and gone on a couple dates at least. Thanks, Aaron, for your $2. I don't know if I want to bring Sean out.
Bring Sean out. Just do it. Yeah, why is it... Hold on. Why is it too much work to bring out a ventriloquist dummy? I don't get it. I appreciate people fighting over who gives me more money. I can't say I'm mad about that. Thanks, both you guys, though. I thanks to everybody. You know,
to get blackout drunk on stream. I'm done doing that crap.
I don't want to get blackout. You know what? I hope he stops. I've gotten blackout drunk. You know, it's not a good feeling, and the hangover for me anyway afterwards is terrible. So I hope he stops. He shouldn't just aim to not do it on stream. He should aim to not do it in general, because getting blackout drunk is very unhealthy, and you're awake and doing stuff and you don't remember like everything. You know, you'll remember like parts of it. The trick is to never stop drinking, then you never remember anything, and then you die.
I don't have any other doors, dude. Just the front door.
I was just looking at my pee survey. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean? That'll go in the archive. Looks like Spoon wins. Spoon, fork, don't eat peas, then butter knife, which I think whoever did that was just being cute and they don't even eat it with a butter knife. I figured it would fall this way. I don't know. I think I prefer to stab peas rather than scoop them.
I'm cool with Billings, Montana. Thank you, Scavenger, for your $2.
Might as well
Fuck
meet the goal.
sickos.
What? Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, damn. That is something to behold. Because I'll tell you what, last week was a struggle to meet the goal. And lo and behold, that we have met the goal in one stream. We've only had one official show this week. And this is amazing. And another thing, I have to thank you. I actually get to take a day off. On Friday, I will actually take a day off, which I don't normally get to do. So thank you for that. Oh, and another thing. I have a clip channel that I run. It's like classic DP clip channel. Clips and like compilations and all that stuff. And YouTube, for the second time in the last 8 months, demonetized it, saying that they thought that channel was uploading content, like reused content, they call it, which basically means like...
Go, sweet boy. It's the month of love.
Wow, thank you.
Thank
you so much. But yeah, reused content means we think you're just re-uploading other people's content, like without editing it, and you're just reusing other people's content. And I had to tell them, no, this is not reused. This is my content, and I'm just re-uploading it as clips and compilations. And they did this to me 8 months ago. And the thing is that it takes that channel to like $0 a day until you get it resolved. So YouTube is not monetizing my videos on that channel. They did this 8 months ago. Their system is so flawed that they're not able to see that 8 months ago they did the same thing to me and I disputed it and it got overturned. So it's stupid. YouTube's AI is just, it doesn't work. It's there and they can say, look, we do this to make sure this doesn't happen. But that's not the case. The channel is still there. The channel is still there. It just got demonetized where they just were like, hey, we don't think this channel can be monetized because it seems to just reuse content that's someone else's. You can look up YouTube's policy on reused content. I actually, right here, this is their definition of reused content. Channels that repurpose someone else's content without adding significant original commentary or educational value. So that's what that is. But it's just my content edited into clips and compilations and stuff like that. So I'll dispute it and it'll get overturned, but it's just dumb that this has happened twice. Like the first time is like, fine, I'll prove that this is my channel. But the second time in less than a year's time is just unacceptable.
Thanks, moderators, for doing your job, fuck sickos. My trolls need fucking help, dude. They are the biggest assholes on the fucking planet. Sean's chilling out over there, just doing his thing.
Alive.
Thanks, birthday, for your $2.
$2.
I'm not upset. I'm just hanging out with a neutral expression on my face.
He's not upset, guys. You know what? He doesn't look upset. This is neutral. He's telling the truth here. This is definitely neutral. for Cobra. I don't see Cobra show a lot of emotion. The only true emotion, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, that I've seen Cobra do is like pure rage. Pure, borderline murderous rage. That's all I've
Brooke,
seen.
For your $2, appreciate it. Everything's just fine. Thanks, Dark, for your $2. I could make a new mead soon. I might just do that. Not sure what flavor yet.
Flavor. Don't crush up cookies and make alcohol out of it. That's stupid. God. Stop. It's just like fermented sugar juice, honey. It's just gross.
I haven't listened to a whole lot of Toby Keith, but I really like Curtis of the Red, White, and Blue.
He loves that patriotic music, that patriotic country music.
If you're going to spam the chat with lies, you're just going to get hidden from my channel.
Isn't it funny that I still get people trying to DDoS me and stuff like that too? So sad.
Oh, look at that, my mom.
I have to create a way to avert DDoSes when they happen. And when I do it, it fixes it every time. So there's no way it's not occurring, which is weird. I don't want to believe it's real. I want to believe it's just like a connection problem. But that's not what happens. It's like very clearly malicious in nature.
Odds are already on it. There you go. Cobra, sing a song of... I don't want to get copyright on my live stream. Thanks for your $5. She did not say we were dating. We haven't started dating yet, so calm down with your shit, King Soda.
I don't know. Okay, I can't say for 100%, obviously, because that'd be really difficult for me to determine. But I believe that, yeah, it seemed like it was a DDoS, and the thing I used to mitigate DDoSes fixed the issue immediately. So I'm inclined to believe that someone DDoSed me, which has been going on here and there for years, you know?
I agree, Putrid. Fuck sickos. Thanks for your $2. I did go out with Be With Fans. Thank you for your $5. Favorite mead that I've made? The apple silk's pretty good.
I don't think Sturgis knows how to DDoS somebody. Probably not.
Disgusting, Adria.
Sturgis is not smart enough. Usually, to DDoS someone, well, you need multiple people to do it. You need multiple machines, from what I understand. Like, to do it really well, to flood someone with enough packets to easily take down their connection. Because the thing is, what it affects is your upload enough. It just like takes down your connection because it just floods you with packets.
If you're going to talk shit, go to talk shit, your message is just going to get deleted and I'm going to have you blocked from my channel. I hope all my grandparents live a long life. I'll drink to that. fuck Cyrax.
People always ask him about Cyrax.
Thanks, B, for your $20.
I love when he reads that face he makes. He's like,
Thanks, C, for your 5. Appreciate it. Shout out to Scotland. Fuck sickos.
I have a funny Sturgis video, actually. We'll come back to Cobra later. I have more Cobra stuff. But let's check out, where is it? Oh, right here. All right. I'm going to play my Sturgis intro I've been using lately.
Essentially, we're going to get right into this.
This is Sturgis opening. This is like someone finding Jesus. Like, this is a pivotal moment in Sturgis' life where he got his first Whip-A-Verse comic book. Isom #1, bud.
Beautiful packaging as always. Right on top, you can see the Whip-A-Verse hat. Very nice material. Feels like the front here was stitched on. Saddle, like this back netting here. Very nice.
That is not very nice, bud. Very nice.
High quality here.
Very nice.
Got, of course,
I'm going to essentially look on Streamlabs and tell you to go love yourself.
I love myself, bud. Essentially looking to go to Streamlabs, bud. Go love myself, bud.
Take that out real quick so that y'all can get a better look at it.
Eric July is just like...
Very nice. How much?
Eric July is paying fan service to Sturgis. I see it all the time. Because Sturgis buys all this shit. So you can see they don't give a shit about Sturgis at all. They probably think he's a dork. But they're not going to say anything.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Same quality as the last shirt, which is the Whip-A-Verse comic shirt, which is what I'm wearing right now.
The Whip-A-Verse comic shirt I'm wearing. Dude, all he wears is like Rip-A-Verse stuff.
Last but not least, in the Gemini mailer, we got the comic itself. Just go ahead and rip that.
I will essentially tell you to go fuck yourself, bud. I will essentially look into my camera and tell you to go fuck yourself, bud.
And there we have it. Isom, issue #1. Cover C. Very nice cover. Very nice artwork and colors. Came in great. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Eric July and Whip-A-Verse and everyone who works at the warehouse.
It would have been funny if he would have accidentally cut it with his box cutter, like cut through right through the middle of it. Oops, I essentially cut this.
Warehouse for this awesome packaging and beautiful artwork and coloring from Cliff Richards and Gabe Al-Taib. Can't wait to dive in and actually read and do a review on the book.
Is there a review on it that he did? If so, someone link me to it, please. I would love to watch that.
See you guys on the next one when I do a review of the book. Peace out.
A review of the book, bud. Peace out, bud. He made this video too.
Hello everyone, I'm Renown0.
Hello everyone, I'm Renown0. And now I'm going to do a video that nobody's going to watch because I don't talk about Eric July. so I'll get 130 views on this
Thanks
video,
for the
bud.
stream too.
What? Huh? Wow. I did not see this coming today. I had no idea. I woke up so early to stream. I guess I got to start streaming at 10 a.m. again. You know, like, this has to keep happening.
And talking about Jim Carrey returning as Dr. Robotnik.
Thank you.
Or Dr. Eggman in the English version of Sonic, because Dr. Robotnik is the Japanese and Dr. Eggman is the English version. But he's returning in.
Dude, it's funny how he tries to sound like a big tough guy. He picked this angle where he looks like you can't tell what he actually looks like. And he's a super nerd. Yeah, Dr. Robotnik's actually Dr. Eggman in the Japanese, bud. I think now it's just worldwide, it's Eggman now. They dropped the Robotnik, right?
Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the new movie that'll be coming out in December of 2024, which of course will have Shadow the Hedgehog. This really isn't a spoiler because it's in the little teaser trailer, but we're going to go through this article from Niche Gamer. I'm very excited for this. I really enjoyed the first Sonic movie. I really liked the second one. The whole marriage plot was kind of unnecessary, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless because they brought in Tails and they brought in Knuckles, which was awesome. And I can't wait for them to bring in Shadow, but there's things that they need to discuss in this movie because they've skipped an entire plot line with this movie. So let's get into it. Jim Carrey is set to return as the iconic Dr. Robotnik in the upcoming movie Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which people were speculating for a while that whether or not he was going to come back. I was pretty sure that in an interview he said he really enjoyed the role, like he felt like he was in his own element when he played this character. So I kind of assumed
autism. I am not qualified to diagnose someone with autism, but there's definitely some weird tism like stuff that, you know, I would jokingly say that's kind of tism-y that Sturgis does. And one of those things is the weird glitch thing that he did when he told me to go essentially told me to go fuck myself.
That he was going to come back in the third movie. The third film is expected to adapt the overall plot from Sonic Adventure 2, complete with Shadow the Hedgehog making his theatrical debut. Alongside Shadow will be Dr. Robotnik. Rouge is nowhere to be seen just yet. A teaser was recently posted, including a sinister laugh from what fans assume is Jim Carrey as Robotnik.
Oh my God, shut up. God. How am I supposed to... Here it is right here. I love this.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sturgis. We are back again talking about the drunken weirdos.
I love how he does that. The drunken weirdos. What is that? Let's do it again. What? He's got some weird twitches.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sturgis. We are back again talking about the drunken weirdos.
I could rewatch this video 1 billion times.
Band of the Drunken Peasants.
Here it is.
Go fuck yourself.
What was it? Band of the Drunken Peasants. Go fuck yourself, bud. I had the bud. I have to.
Band of the Drunken Peasants.
What is that? I can watch it 1 million times. Seriously, I love it.
Drunken weirdos. Band of the Drunken Peasants.
Oh my God.
Go fuck yourself. There. I'll use my camera to essentially
you look into it and tell you to go fuck yourself, bud.
Look directly into it and tell you to go fuck yourself. essentially. Am I wrong though? Nah.
Am I wrong though? Nah.
I don't think so. Sturgis. Fuck you. Hey, Drunken Peasants, you want to explain this to me? So, dicks, balls, and backdoor actions. It involves not only me, but Eric July as well. You're gay. Every day. And there's nothing you can do about it. Drunken Peasants, you're a huge pussy, and you always will be. Which I posted a bunch of slurs and all that stuff. But let me explain something to you. You stupid fuck. You're an absolute moron. Essentially, you're a whole bitch.
Essentially.
So at the end of the day, get fucked. Sturgis. Ben, continue to be a lolcow. Because that's exactly what you are. And that's exactly what you will always be.
I've noticed if you look at a picture of Sturgis from straight out ahead, his eyes are like very uneven. He has one eye that's like way down here. It's really weird.
Get effed. Eric July
Get effed, bud.
Could possibly destroy my butt. But it's okay to be gay. I'm a garbage human being who actually drama farms. Get fucked. Peace.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Shit, I don't know if I want to play this emo Howling Wolf shit. Hold on.
Hello, everyone.
Let's skip to the middle of Sturgis
7
here.
Chaos Emeralds to become perfect chaos, and that's essentially the dark energy of the Chaos Emeralds, where Sonic used the light energy of the Chaos Emeralds to become supersonic in order to defeat chaos. So they're going to have to explain that part, unless they just entirely ignore it, which would be weird because Sonic Adventure...
Okay. I'm almost 43 years old, and quite a few movies based on video games have come out, and most of them are almost nothing like...
Part of the exhale is that you know his weird upturned beard catches every fleck of snot, a crusty reminder of all the detractors.
The detractors. There's been so many video game inspired movies that have come out, and very few of them are exactly like the game. Especially the ones in the 90s, those just brutalized the games that they were based on. You know, like Mario Brothers and Street Fighter, those kinds. But there's always going to be some kind of changes. You're going to have to put up with it.
Obviously came before Sonic Adventure 2. This is the storyline that came before Shadow the Hedgehog. Other characters that they're going to have to show in here, which would be weird to not have. They have to show Amy Rose. They have to have Amy Rose because she's been a part of the story for a while. She was in Sonic Adventure, the first one. They'll have to show other characters like Big the Cat. Probably, they're going to have Rouge the Bat. It wouldn't make any sense.
I want to fuck that bat, bud.
Wasn't in the film.
There are weird... I'm sorry. I'm not trying to insult you if you're out there and you want to fuck the Sonic bat. I just don't get it. I'm not attracted to cartoons anyway, especially ones that aren't human. So I guess I'm kind of like Cobra there. I like them alive. And the cartoon bat is not alive or human.
She is part of Sonic Adventure 2. She is part of the Team Dark storyline in Sonic Adventure 2. So these are the type of things they're going to have to explain away. And of course, they're going to have to show Angel Island, which holds the Master Emerald that Knuckles is guarding. Things of that nature. They have to go through and show these important plot points from Sonic Adventure 2 in order for this film to work.
Yeah, the Double Dragon movie was terrible.
Otherwise, the film is not going to make much sense to a lot of people unless you're a huge Sonic fan.
No, I'm not in. I don't want to fuck cartoons. Big Diesel. I don't do that.
Played these games back in the day. It's not going to really...
And given the average lifespan of a bat, I would venture to say that bat is not of age either. So they're not of age or alive.
It's going to confuse...
Or human. At least not fully.
People that are normies to the Sonic movies or Sonic in general because they don't know of these plot lines that happened in the games. So if they manage to fill in all those gaps, I believe this movie will be very successful. Also, the
People
voice
are like,
actor,
not even Lola Bunny? No cartoons either. I don't think it's like it's not attractive to me. It's just a drawing. So I'm not into that.
for Shadow the Hedgehog has not been revealed. People,
If that's what you like, that's fine.
said it might be Hayden Christensen.
You can like whatever you want. It does nothing for me.
Doubt it.
Not Yaira or whatever the fuck her name is either. No.
Like I said, if they just stick to these plot points, put in all these plot points, put in all these characters that are meant to be in this storyline, they should be just fine with this film. And I hope this film does very well, because the first two films did well, and I hope they'll do another film after that, showing maybe the heroes from Sonic Heroes, things of that nature. But we'll see how it all shakes up. I'm glad to see that Jim Carrey is indeed back to play Dr. Robotnik. He's played it very well in the first two films.
You're just projecting, Diesel. You just assume that other people share your tastes, and that's just not the case with everyone.
Capturing his personality and all that, just by simply being Jim Carrey, just by simply
I don't watch anime either. I that shit is not interesting to me. Like, have I watched anime? Sure, but I'm not like an anime connoisseur or regular watcher. I'm just not into it.
Himself, I guess. But that'll be all for this video and my thoughts about this film. Thank you all for checking it out. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. Let me know if you're going to be seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, and if you've seen the first two films, what did you think of them? Leave them in the comments below. Subscribe for more content and hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream on this channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
I don't watch the 3D cartoons either. Are you just talking about like the like toys, like Pixar type stuff? Someone said that 3D cartoons are good. I don't really watch those either. I'm just not in. I don't really watch a lot of stuff, period, these days, but. Well, Diesel, there are some people that literally want to fuck the cartoon character. When I went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, there was some dude. I got his picture, and I'm editing this video that's going to come out soon from when me and Jeff went to the Portland Gaming Expo. And I got a picture of this guy with his waifu pillow. He had his backpack on, and he had a waifu pillow like attached to his backpack, and he was carrying her around. And it had like a green-haired anime girl on it. So that's what he spoons with that. And then takes her on dates to the retro. I guess it's cool. He didn't have to buy her a ticket. I'm sure they just let him bring that in for free. Let's see here. Horseman. Where's that Horseman video that I got?
We're going to watch this. If you have not watched this and maybe this is your first time viewing it, we are going to take a look. Chuck Dixon.
I saw his mouse, and at first I thought it was like a hoof. Like, look, I'm Horseman.
Not be at.
It's another self-insert. Horseman
had a family emergency that he had to tend to, and he wasn't able to make MegaCon, though he had all the plans to be there. However, he was there. He was there still in a different way. So let's listen in on Chuck and the upcoming project.
Joe Bennett had this idea, and he presented it to me, and he said, what the Rippaverse really needs is a street-level crime-fighting character, a guy without any superpowers, self-made man. And so Joe and I together created the Horse Speed, and we presented the idea to Eric, and thank God he liked it. So we're creating a one-shot.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to skip this part because I already watched this, and it's like, yeah, the Horseman, look at him. Some people pointed out that he looks like the Azrael version of Batman and Nightwing combined into one.
There you go. That's the first cover that you guys have seen.
Yeah, everyone should just call it Horseman.
Of the Horseman by
da 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 Horseman. Da 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 Horseman.
Kane and White. And I do want to talk a little more about it. Again,
yeah, let's hear about it.
To Kane and White for that lovely cover. Shout out to Joe Bennett. Shout out to my man's Chuck Dixon. And what I'll do is show you this as well. As you guys saw, the Chuck first showed it. This was like the original kind of design that we had for him.
Kind of looks like Dr. Fate when I first look at it, because it looks like he has that. It's supposed to be a horseman. He is a horseman. He's not a horseman. That's someone who rides a horse. You know, like the headless horseman. But he's horseman. He's dressed like a horse.
By Joe, and I just love everything about this character, man. They pitched this idea to me, and we're planning our schedule because Joe and Chuck are workhorses, and they want to keep doing stuff.
Workhorses, workhorsemen. It's the workhorseman.
Reverse. So yes, we have some other stuff. We got that Chuck's role. We also have like Alpha Core 2. We have all of that. But what was going to be the next Chuck and Joe project? And it was the Horseman.
Could you imagine being one of Eric July's fans from when he was just doing mostly political commentary, and then he talked about like culture war in the media type stuff? I think that's all dumb too, but there's an audience for that. Could you imagine the people that signed up for that and now they're just getting him like talking about his comic books? A lot of them don't really care about it. Like most of his audience does not care.
They mentioned street level, self-made, no powers. You're going to learn a lot about this character, who he is, what he's about. All around badass. And the one thing that I did say is, because someone asked a question about this, like what flavor of, because you see kind of the cover, right? If you've watched that or looked at that, you see it looks like he's pretty brutal. He is.
It kind of looks like a mixture to this. This almost looks like a mixture to me of Dr. Fate and Daredevil or something.
He ain't here for the games, bro. That's not his thing. But the artwork is killer. This project is well along the way with both pencil, ink, and color. Joe Bennett, Chuck Dixon. And this is the first because all the other projects, though I didn't write Alpha Core or Yaira, they're based on characters that I created. And this is the first characters that, not the first character that was created, that or let's say that I didn't create. But it is the first character getting his own title that you guys know about that's based on a character that I didn't create.
Okay, who cares? Oh, you know what? This is based on something I didn't create. Okay, yeah. Maybe he's putting it out there to be like, look, if you don't like the shitty comics I wrote, I didn't create this. I didn't write this. I got nothing to do with this other than it's like my name on it.
This idea was fully conceptualized by Joe Bennett and Chuck Dixon. That was all them. And they pitched it to me, what they were thinking. It's like, man, this could be a character. This is a character that we do need that I think would resonate with the audience. And it's a nice little change of pace. A lot of, again, self-made, a little grit there. Guys not playing around. We need a character like that. We can use it. And who better to do it than Chuck Dixon? Who better to write it than Chuck Dixon? Got the script, reading it. Amazing script, and I don't want to give too much away, but this character is
a horseman.
Awesome. I love the design.
Tell us about the character.
I love the design of the character. That Joe, this is all Joe. This wasn't a like Marcos, like myself and Marcos kind of design. And no, this is all Joe that designed it. A little chess piece, and some people sort of connected the dots on that little logo there.
Yeah, his logo is a knight. So he should be called like, because it's not a horse. Like, you don't call the chess piece the horse. You call it a knight, right? Like those who actually know how to play chess, they call it a knight, not a horse. So why does he have the knight chess piece and his name is Horseman? Shouldn't it be like use the word knight in its name somewhere? Nightman? I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I know it looks like a horse, but it's supposed to represent a knight, not just a horse on a chess piece, right? Does that make any sense at all?
It's cool. The thing about
they probably that chess piece, the horse chess piece. Yeah, we'll put that on there because it's a horse, right?
This that I love this so much about comics, man, and why I think that it really, really needs to get back to an era that it used to be before social media. Now it's people look at everything. They don't look at it through the fan lens. They look at everything through like this. Trying to produce the best, the most, like, I don't know, it's following all the rules, and it's all about just the literature and that aspect. It's about critics and all that. It's like not about that. It's like nerd culture is about fun at the end of the day, and sometimes that fun, there's disagreements and chatter, and who is the most powerful, and things that maybe in retrospect people say are stupid conversations, but that used to be what this is about. And when we first showed everybody the character, it was awesome to see the theories that floated around almost immediately. Like, oh, he looks like this, and the chess piece looks like this. Does he do this? Like, where does he come from?
And of course he's not going to tell you. He's going to make you buy like 3 or 4 comic books before you really know anything about this character, because that's what they do. They keep everything a secret, and they want you to buy multiple different books just to learn about the main character.
Is, name, horseman, and like what where does that stem from? I love to see that. There's a little confusion on the name initially. I know some people thought it was like we were saying like he's horseman. Like, no,
that's what he is.
Horseman, like what you would call like for headless horseman or the.
Yeah, but he's not riding a horse, or does he ride horses?
I don't know. 4 of you individually are speaking about one of.
A horseman is someone that rides a horse.
Horseman of the apocalypse. Call him a horseman.
All of the horsemen of the apocalypse, I believe, still rode horses.
Rides horses. That's what the term is. But there will be more perspective. Shout out to Chuck Dixon. Shout out to Joe Bennett. When they pitched this, I was like, this is right up the alley of so many people. This is the type of character that so many people have asked about, and I know people are going to love him. So good. Shout out. Big shout out. Big shout out. You guys are going to love this story, though. It's already pretty far along the line. We talked about summer looking like it's going to be the release. So we got Horseman. Now you guys know. You got Yaira. You got Gooding. You got Horseman. You got some other stuff that we're working on. Yeah. It's a lot of cool theories. And that's what this shit used to be about. And I think the social media age and the critic age, which that always existed, but the
social media age didn't always exist. What are you talking about?
It wasn't the first opinion that you saw, man. Back in the Gap, when you were buying
Gooding is such a no one wants that shit.
Comic books, really your first opinion of a book was you got it pretty organically. It wasn't like, maybe you read it in a preview of a book or something. Hey, this is coming soon or whatever it may be, but it wasn't like, hey, it's all being funneled through like a critic lens and they're trying to tell you what you should think about it. No, it was really organic back then, and I get it because the age of technology and social media and connectivity, it's going to be very, very, very difficult to return to that. It's going to be very difficult. if at all, ever. Returning to that, but I think that the Rippaverse, because we keep things tight to the chest, close to the chest.
No.
I think it does at least somehow rekindle that flame. And I love to see so many people talking about like theories.
So he makes it seem like it's a benefit to the readers, but it's just to keep selling books that kind of like string you along. It's not about the depth of the story. It's about secrets and kind of like a fear of missing out that it creates in some people. It's FOMO. They get your FOMO reaction.
About Horseman and what he's about. Really, really love that. Really, really love that, because that's what it used to be. It used to be about. So shout out to everybody. You guys are gonna love it. Chuck Dixon, he don't miss. He don't miss at all. So shout out Chuck Dixon, man. And oh man, just look at this design, man. Look, it's so clean. It's so fucking clean. Loved everything about this. And this was not like, this right here wasn't like something that we released that
he's just like stroking himself, isn't he?
Hey, it was meant to be a cover. Like, nah, this was actually just like it was almost a concept art. Basically, it was like, hey, okay, what is this character about? Joe wanted to present something that looked good. So we have like a starting point, and I saw we went through like different color variations and all that. And yeah, I didn't have much to do with it other than I liked that. Yeah, that was pretty much what it was. My involvement, and yeah, because it was a pitch at the end of the day. So I'm seeing all the concept art and everything.
At the end of the day, that's something that Sturgis also says a lot that he got from Eric July. At the end of the day, bud.
Everything and who the
at
character
the end of the day
is about. And I'm like, you know, I saw all these different like, variations of the original character, and maybe that's something that we will release in the future as we were showing off all these variations, especially with some of the concept art. So I love the colors that we came up with, and I remember asking Joe personally, like he showed me a bunch of them. Like we were red and this, and there was so many different color schemes. We went with the blue and goldish, and I was like, that's it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's it. But I asked him, I was like, okay, I see all these, but what do you think? What do you lean towards? What do you see? And Joe was like, I see that. And I was like, I'm with you on it. I'm fucking with you on it. And yeah, this is what we came up with. So, or what he came up with, should I say. So yeah, man, Horseman is, I love it so much. I think everybody's that's into this type of character is gonna really, really enjoy who this character is. And some of these fucking scenes, bro.
I guess I'll see, you know. Sturgis.
Eric July could possibly destroy my, but people shouldn't be that they dicks, balls, and backdoor actions. Essentially, I'll use my camera to essentially look directly into it and tell you to go fuck yourself.
All right, I will be right back. Gotta take a break just for a moment here. I shall return. Don't go anywhere. dreams about this song. I've had like a dream about this video because I've seen it so many times, and it's such a weird nightmare to look at. I am fascinated by it, though. What else we got? Oh,
you
shit.
don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
I didn't mean to
Hard
play this,
times
but I'm just going to let it
is when
play.
you on a 6-year dry spell, and you've been crafting wands all day and accepting PayPal donations, and you sit down to order yourself some DoorDash Kentucky Fried Chicken, only to realize they took away the Double Down. That's hard time. And that is exactly what is wrong with today's society. As soon as they come up with a menu item like the KFC Double Down or the chicken cheddar chalupa from Taco Bell, they take it away. That's hard times. And KFC, you put hard times on the sexy goth bad boy, King Cobra. That's hard times. And our boy has had hard times being called a sicko daddy. You know he hates sickos more than he loves Ozzy Osbourne. And brother, it's hard finding a cisgendered, of age, alive, non-related, and human female. And he went 2 days without drinking.
He went 2 days without
and this
drinking.
is how KFC repays him, by taking away the Double Down, Daddy.
I love that video. Whoever made that's a genius. I think I saw it on the subreddit first. I don't know who made it, but it's great. We need more of these.
I have fucked both of my parents.
Oh shit, hold on. What's this?
Fine afternoon, fellow YouTubers. So, King Charles has cancer, and I personally hope he beats it. But somebody who didn't, Toby Keith, the country singer.
Oh, this is when he found out about it.
Died of stomach cancer yesterday, and it's really fucking sad, YouTube. Every year on 9/11, I play courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue to pay tribute
to those poor bastard kids.
9/11. And I sit there and I have a beer for them, you know, and I'm going to continue to do that to keep Toby's memory alive and to continue to pay respects to the victims of 9/11. Beer me, YouTube.
Beer me, YouTube. I wish someone would beer. Well, I could beer myself, but I'm taking the month off, which makes me sad.
Crack
But,
one open
you
for
know.
Toby Keith.
Oh, God, dude, that's not worth it.
Force him out on the chair.
Beer gets stale and nasty and stinky.
Here for him. I think it goes without saying we're going to have to play the damn song, and no copyright infringement intended.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear your fucking copyrighted music, dude. All right. Oh, they still playing it? I don't want to hear it. Oh, is he crying? Does Cobra shed some crocodile tears again? Let's see. God damn it. I don't want to hear the fucking song. I'm turning down the music. I just want to see if he cries. It's a patriotic country song. He's got his American flag pint glass. It's oh, God. To me, a lot of, not all, but a lot of country music is very corny. Is it over? Oh, God, Cobra.
I'm a proud American to the day I die. I'm gonna try not to cry on camera, dude, because I like Toby Keith's music, dude. This fucking sucks. Major ass.
He is very, he's a very sensitive guy. I don't know. He just doesn't seem, I don't know if he would really cry. He was making the like I'm about to cry face, but I don't know if he's really crying.
Yeah, rest in peace, Toby Keith. Hope the afterlife is treating you good, brother. Proud American till the day I die. Hey, Toby,
He's
say hi to
no tears crying.
Johnny Cash for me, brother. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
I was going to do a food hack today, but
It was weird how he was talking about Snape and started to cry.
I was not able to get all the ingredients I needed for it, and I'm over it now because it is what it is. I got to play the song now.
Damn.
I need some headphones. And I had no idea that Toby Keith passed away of fucking cancer. That's really fucking sad, to be honest.
Yeah, shit happens.
One second. Hey, Siri.
Okay, Cobra, if Siri doesn't do what you ask it to do not break the phone. How's my dry February going? It's been dry so far. It was dry from drinking, not smoking. So.
Put phone on Do Not Disturb. One of my fangirls texted me, and she was like, "Did you hear Toby Keith passed away?" And I'm like, "You're bullshitting me, dude. I like Toby Keith, man. He makes good music. The song I just got done playing is my favorite. I like country music to a point, you know. It's not all like metal and shit." Well, like I said, I hope King Charles beats his cancer, because I heard he got it too, and I was just like, God damn, dude. Life don't give a fuck who you are. That's what it feels like half the time.
King Charles is very old. A lot of people expected his mother to outlive him. So I had a feeling his reign as king wouldn't last very long.
What have I become? I need to fucking drink the rest of this and crack open another one. This is my Wyoming Accomplice Beer Company glass. Straight out of good old Cheyenne, Wyoming. This is a cup from my local brewers. It's got an American flag on it. That's most definitely what's up.
That is most definitely what's up.
If you're going to make fun of me for getting emotional about this, then you're a huge fucking pussy. You know that? That's all I Like, I didn't want to make this video and try not to cry on camera, because people fucking love to make fun of me for crying on camera, because my trolls are fucking assholes.
I love the one where he cried. He's like, those poor bastard kids. because he was talking about like some kind of shooting or something. It's just funny that he called them those poor bastard kids.
Some Jack Daniels would be nice, but I don't need it. I still got plenty of peach beer sitting next to me, so that'll do.
Amigo the Devil. I can look into that. I mainly don't like country stuff. I saw Hank the Third and he was okay. I guess he's like kind of country-ish.
And then when you hear about celebrities you like passing away, it just makes you worry about other people that you care about, and it's depressing, dude. On a side note, I'm not mad at Jessica. I'm not talking shit on her. We talk things out. She understands my side of things. So all the assholes who are trying to gaslight everything and like sit there and be like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about that right now, dude. Let's focus on
Did his brain reboot?
the only thing comforting about life is that knowing we're all gonna die someday, and I accept it.
Okay.
Nothing you can do about it. You know, I embrace that fact at such a young age, so that when I get much, much older, I don't worry about it. According to news sources, though, Toby Keith died of stomach cancer.
The first video from Cobra that I ever saw was him talking about wanker scabs and how he had scabs from jerking off too much. And he called them wanker scabs. I'll never forget it. That was my first King Cobra video several years ago. We watched it on the show. That was my first exposure. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah. Hold on.
He passed away peacefully.
I'm getting it.
Like, I watched another celebrity I like die of cancer. It was, what was his name? Brian Barczyk of Reptile Army, and that was pretty sad too, man.
Sorry, I'm coughing. All right, let's see here.
Greetings, fellow YouTubers. It's your sexy goth bad boy, KingCobraJFS, back at you with another video. I've been cutting down on the smoking in my apartment. I'll take like 1 or 2 drags, put it out, take a couple drags a couple hours later, you know. Go ahead and put that out for later. Take a couple drags, put it out, you know.
His hair was a lot shorter here.
Anyways, YouTube, I'm here to give you a public service announcement on Wanker Scab. That's W-A-N-K-E-R Scab.
I like how he just spelled the wanker part.
Scab? Is it curable? It only affects men, from what I've gathered, and basically, if you masturbate as a dude, if you masturbate with no lube, you hobo jerk yourself off, you know what I'm saying, with no lube, and you jerk your dick too hard or too fast, you can literally cause your dick to get a chafe burn from masturbating too hard. and it forms what I like to call wanker scab. And how do you get rid of wanker scab? Simply quit masturbating for a couple days to a couple weeks. Let that shit clear up, you know.
This was before he had his eye surgery, so his eyes are like looking the opposite ways all the time.
Wanker scab is no joke. I've had it before. It sucks. You know, and you think, oh, I'll just jerk myself off underneath the wanker scab. It'll be fine. But what happens when that scab bursts open and you're sitting there with blood and cum all over your fucking Kleenex? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, getting wanker scab is no fun, dude. No fun at all. And the best way to avoid getting wanker scab, is to not masturbate. As a dude, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if women get the same issue. I don't think they do, as far as I know. But from what I've gathered, YouTube. But I'm not trying to be graphic with this video, just trying to let you all know, you know? Like, hey, a guy needs to bust a nut every now and then. It feels good, you know? When they're much older and they're on the dating scene, you know, they need to bust a nut every now and then. It feels good. So, and they don't have to get laid to do it. They can do it themselves. We can, you know.
He's in a loop.
But just a heads up, like...
He looks so different here. Like, he's thinner and he speaks faster and he's easier to understand.
YouTube, you know, I can't say wanker scab without laughing because that's funny. Wanker scab. It's a funny combination of words. Like, it sounds like something really mean you'd call somebody, like, you're just a wanker scab, you know? But it's no laughing matter. Wanker scab is real shit, and getting wanker scabs sucks. You jerk your dick off too hard, you give yourself a chafe burn, and those chafe burns fucking open up and scab over. Dude, that shit sucks! Okay, and the best way to avoid getting wanker scab is to not masturbate. However, if you want to masturbate but avoid getting wanker scab, use lube, use spit, go a little bit lower, go a little bit softer, you know, and you should be fine. Like, getting wanker scab sucks, YouTube. That's no lie. That is no lie. Wait. There's going to be a lot of guys out there who get wanker scab for the first time, and they're like, what the hell? They're asking themselves questions about that.
What the hell?
Last chick they slept with. All these.
They think they got the herp?
Fucking horrible things going through their head. You know. Signs of knowing you might have wanker scab. Okay, let's say you're jacking your cock off, you're masturbating, you're having a wank. Your
cock off.
And all of a sudden...
Let's say you're jacking your cock off.
You're having a hard time busting a nut. So you go a little bit faster, a little bit harder, just trying to get it to come out. And then if your dick starts to burn after masturbating fast and as hard as you can, you know what I'm saying? Like a certain section of your dick will sting and flare up, and then it'll open up a little bit, and then when it opens up, it'll scab over. Yeah, that shit's not fun.
Cobra. Yeah, this was the first video we ever watched of Cobra on DP in 2019, I believe it was. We watched this.
That shit's not fun, dude. Getting wanker scabs is not fun. So... You know, if you're going to masturbate, wait till you're a little bit older to do it, just because, you know.
I'm not going to call Vosh Teddy. It's against we don't normally advertise other people's streams, Teddy. Here. That's yeah.
It's perfectly natural if you're in high school and you're going through puberty and you have a wank, perfectly natural, you know. But you know, you want to do it in the privacy of your bathroom or your bedroom where you're not gonna get disturbed, you know. Because if you get caught masturbating in the school public bathroom by one of your classmates, they hear you doing it in the stall, they'll give you shit for it. They'll make fun of you because kids are assholes. But yeah, the best way to avoid getting wanker scab is to not masturbate, period. Or use lube and go a little bit slower and not quite so rough, you know. And if you're trying to bust a nut and you can't, and you think you have to go harder and faster to make it happen.
This is TMI. This is not a PSA. This is a TMI.
I wouldn't. If you're having a hard time busting a nut, then, you know, put your dick away. Take a couple days off from jerking it. Let your tank fill back up.
Sound advice.
And you should be fine.
Essentially, bud. Yeah, that's real raw time. The real raw time is what King Cobra's talking about here. He's got a little, it's like a Moscow Mule glass. The copper cups that they make Moscow Mules in. Wonder if he still has that. He should. You can't break one of those. He's broken so many glasses.
Every guy knows that struggle, like...
Yeah, we say Moscow. We don't say Moscow. Like, that's not the right way to say it.
Getting wanker scabs sucks!
We don't say Moscow. Moscow.
And the best way to avoid getting those, like I said, the best way to avoid getting wanker scabs is to just not masturbate.
Horseman. Yeah, that should be Horseman's arch nemesis, Moscow. It can be part of like Eric July's anti-communistic, anarcho-capitalist propaganda. I am Horseman. You are Moscow.
You know? Oh, believe me, when you get wanker scab, you'll know. You'll know. Your dick hurts in certain areas, and the little spots where it flares up, with little spots where your chafe burn flares up, you're gonna get scabbed over, and ew, dude. Okay, if you're about to have sex with a chick and she pulls your cock out, like she's about to be in for a treat, and then she sees...
Like she's about to be in for a treat.
You got this gigantic scab on your penis. I'm just saying, YouTube, that's a turnoff for a lot of chicks. They'll be sitting there going, wait, what do you have? Are you sure you're clean?
Wanker scabs.
You try telling her...
I've got a bad case of wanker scabs.
Chafe burn from masturbating too hard.
Yeah, that's what you tell them.
You know? And,
no big whoop.
She
right?
might be like, yeah, no, this isn't happening. Put your dick away.
Put your dick away.
Yeah, no.
That's how they talk every time.
So not only does getting wanker scabs suck, but it can cock block you in the bedroom.
Cock block you.
When you're trying to get with an actual person. So that's something to think about.
this is not pre-dry spell. This is towards the beginning. This is 2019. So a couple years into the dry spell.
So, hey, there's nothing wrong with masturbating if you're older and, you know. But, yeah, getting wanker scabs is no fun, YouTube. Getting wanker scabs is just no fun. And like I said, the best way to avoid getting them is not to do it. Like I said, YouTube, the best way to avoid getting wanker scabs for males is just not to masturbate. You know.
I like how it took him 10 minutes to say that.
But if you dry jerk your own cock and you don't use any lube, of course you're going to get wanker scab. It's bound to happen eventually, especially if you go too hard and too fast. Not trying to be graphic with this here video, just trying to give you all a public service announcement. You know, because a lot of people are going to be going, what the hell? You know, wondering to themselves, so yeah, this is my wanker scab public service announcement. 11 minutes, short, sweet, to the point.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Thank you for watching. I'll catch you cool cobras later.
Cool cobras. Essentially.
Essentially,
You get wanker scabs. Essentially, bud. Here's Wild Bill talking about an encounter he had at Denny's that is likely not a real story.
And I was in a restaurant the day after Barack Obama was elected, and there a nicely dressed black family came in. This was at a Denny's, and they sat at the table across from me, and I was enjoying my meal, and a young man said, hey, did you vote for Obama? And I said, no, I did not. He said, man, you a racist. And that's when I gave him the Martin Luther King quote. I said, no, I can't be. I said, it is impossible for me to be a racist. And he said, what? I said, yes, I believe that a man should be judged not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. And he said, man, you can't say that. I said, well, I just did.
Did you hear? Man, you can't say that. Did you hear how Wild Bill just impersonated this person?
And I enjoyed the rest of my dinner like very few times before. Yeah.
Well,
everything tasted good that day.
That was very strange. Yeah, that was just a short clip from Bill. Wild Bill. I kind of miss Trumpster Bob, even though sometimes when he comes around, I don't know, he always tries to get me to show him my butthole, and I don't want to do that. Whew. Man, this was a very successful stream. I would like to thank all you guys for being here. Like it's a lower viewership than that we get at night, but pretty good. Pretty amazing stream, I have to say. Do we have anything else?
You are a damn marshmallow.
Don't forget.
You are a damn marshmallow.
Someone should upload that to Twitter and send it to Sturgis.
You are a damn marshmallow.
You are a damn marshmallow. Yeah. Fuck, man. Oof. So, I think I'm pretty much out of content for now. We're doing a show tomorrow. Billy's going to be on tomorrow. And you should send us some content for us to watch tomorrow during the show at the regular time. Join the Discord. Hop in there. Send us some content to watch tomorrow. And I will see all of you guys back next time. It was fun. Thanks for coming and stopping by and being wonderful. I appreciate it. Good. Have a good day. I usually say good night. Have a good day.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.